Welcome back to our channel, Coin Lovers. Today we are diving into the world of the most valuable 1-cent coins in USA. These pennies may seem small, but their value is huge. Some of them are selling for hundreds and even thousands of dollars. If you have an old jar of coins at home or some change in your wallet, you could be holding a hidden treasure, so stick around because in this video we are going to reveal the rarest and most valuable 1-cent coins that could change your luck forever. Let's get started. Welcome back to the channel. Today we will talk about the 1-cent coin from the year 1980 in the United States. This coin is one of the most collected coins in modern times, and many collectors are interested in learning how much it is worth and why some examples can be very valuable. It may look like an ordinary penny that people use in daily life, but there are many hidden details that can make a big difference in its price, value, and demand in the numismatic market, and this video will help you understand all those factors in depth. The 1980 1-cent coin belongs to the Lincoln Memorial Cent series, which was minted from 1959 until 2008, and during this time millions of these coins were produced every year. But even though they were made in huge numbers, some special varieties, errors, and conditions of preservation can make them worth much more than just face value. In fact, the coins from 1980 have some exciting varieties that have attracted the attention of collectors and investors for decades, and knowing about them is the first step to finding valuable coins in your collection. When talking about value, the most important thing to remember is the condition of the coin. A coin that has been used in circulation and shows heavy wear will usually be worth only its face value, but an uncirculated coin that has been kept safe without scratches or marks can sell for several dollars or even more at auctions. The grading system used by professionals can go from poor to mint state, and the higher the grade, the higher the price. For example, a 1980 penny in mint state red condition can be valued at much higher levels compared to brown or circulated pieces. The 1980 1-cent coin was produced at 3 different mints: the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and the San Francisco Mint. Coins from Philadelphia do not have a mint mark. Coins from Denver have a small letter D below the year, and coins from San Francisco have the letter S mint mark, which is usually seen on proof coins. Collectors often look for proof coins because they are made with extra care and polished dies that make them shine more beautifully. Proof coins are not made for circulation, but rather for collectors, so their value is often higher, especially if they remain in perfect condition. Another important factor for the value of the 1980 penny is the type of metal composition. During this period, the United States 1-cent coins were still made mostly of copper, containing 95% copper and 5% zinc. In later years, the composition was changed to mostly zinc with a thin copper coating, so the earlier copper cents have become more desirable not only to collectors but also for their intrinsic metal value. Some people even save copper pennies because the metal content itself is worth more than 1 cent. What really excites collectors are error coins, and the 1980 penny has some known errors that can bring big money. For example, double die errors, where the design looks doubled on the lettering or the date, are highly collectible. Off-center strikes, where part of the design is missing, can also bring a premium. Another error is a broad strike, where the coin looks wider than normal or has missing rims. These types of mistakes happen during the minting process, and since they are rare, they can increase the value of the coin by hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on the severity and condition. Auction records have shown that some 1980 1-cent coins in perfect mint state have sold for impressive amounts. Collectors are willing to pay big money for coins that are graded by professional services such as PCGS or NGC, with high grades like MS66 or MS67 in red condition. The bright red shine means the coin has been preserved without losing its original color, and that makes it very attractive to serious collectors. While most 1980 pennies are common, a few examples in outstanding condition with rare features can reach values far beyond expectations. For new collectors, it is very important to understand that not every old coin is valuable. Age alone does not decide the price. What matters is rarity, condition, and demand. Since millions of these coins were made, you must look carefully for errors, high grades, and special varieties to know if your coin is worth more than 1 cent. This is why research, knowledge, and proper coin storage are essential tools for anyone interested in coin collecting. If you own a 1980 penny and you want to know its value, the best step is to examine it closely with a magnifying glass and good light. Check for any doubling in the date or lettering. See if the coin is off-center or if it has unusual features. Then compare it with coin value guides and auction results. If you believe your coin is special, you can also send it to a grading company for professional evaluation because certified coins are easier to sell and usually get higher prices in the market. In conclusion, the 1981 cent coin from the United States may look ordinary, but it holds many secrets for collectors, whether it is its copper composition, proof versions, mint marks, or rare errors. There is always a chance that you may have a coin worth much more than a single cent, so always check your change and old collections carefully. Coin collecting is a journey of history, art, and value, and by learning about coins like the 1980 penny, you are taking a step into a world filled with knowledge, discovery, and sometimes surprising profit. Second up, the 1 cent coin of the United States from the year 1975 is one of the most interesting coins for collectors because it carries a long legacy of the Lincoln penny series that started in 1909, and the coin of this year was minted in very large numbers, yet it has some varieties that make it special for numismatists and coin lovers around the world. And today, we are going to explore its history, its value, its worth, and the details you must know if you are collecting or investing in coins, and especially if you are thinking about the rare finds that may be hidden in your change. When we talk about the 1975 1 cent coin, we must remember that it is made from 95% copper and 5% zinc and tin, which means the coin has intrinsic value in its metal content, and at the same time it holds historic significance as the United States was going through economic and political changes during that time, and the Lincoln penny was still the everyday coin of the people, and every household had dozens of them in jars or in pockets, which makes it a coin tied deeply with American culture. The mintage for the 1975 Lincoln penny is very high, as the Philadelphia Mint struck more than 5 billion coins and the Denver Mint produced over 4 billion coins, and this means the coin is common in circulation, but collectors look for high-quality pieces with no wear, which are called mint state coins, and these can fetch higher prices, especially if graded by professional grading services and preserved carefully, without scratches, spots, or handling damage. When we examine the design of the coin, we see the portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, which had been used since 1909, and on the reverse side we find the Lincoln Memorial, which replaced the Whittier's design in 1959 and continued until 2008. And this design is symbolic, as it not only honors the president who ended slavery but also shows his statue inside the memorial. If you look closely at the reverse with a magnifying glass, which is a fascinating detail for collectors and students of coin art. Now let us discuss the values, because the value of a 1975 1 cent coin depends on condition, rarity, and errors, and in circulated condition most coins are worth only face value, but in uncirculated condition, especially in grades like MS65 or MS66, they can be worth a few dollars, and coins with special characteristics like double die errors, off-center strikes, or strong luster can be worth much more, sometimes even hundreds of dollars, depending on collector demand. One of the interesting aspects is that there were no proof coins produced in Philadelphia that year, as the San Francisco Mint produced the proofs, and those proof sets included the 1975 penny with an S mint mark, and collectors today pay attention to the quality of these proofs because deep cameo contrast or flawless surfaces can increase the value significantly, and coin dealers and auction houses often highlight these when they appear in sale. For those who are starting in coin collecting, the 1975 penny is a good entry point because it is affordable and easily available, and it also teaches the basics of grading, spotting errors, and understanding mint marks. For example, a 1975 D penny comes from Denver, and a 1975 S proof comes from San Francisco, while plain 1975 coins come from Philadelphia, which did not use mint marks at that time, and this knowledge helps collectors build confidence in identifying coins correctly. Another detail worth noting is the impact of copper prices on the value of these pennies, because before 1982 all Lincoln cents were made mostly of copper, and when copper prices rose sharply, some people hoarded these coins for their metal value, and even today, the melt value of a 1975 penny is greater than 1 cent, although it is illegal to melt them for profit. But this adds to their appeal as a tangible store of value in addition to their collectible status. In the world of numismatics, rarity plays a huge role, and while the 1975 penny is not rare in general, the rare varieties like double die obverse or reverse can make headlines when they sell for high amounts in auctions, and stories of people finding valuable error coins in change continue to inspire treasure hunters and coin roll hunters who search through boxes of pennies from banks, hoping to discover a gem that others overlooked. So if you are watching this video and are interested in coins, then the 1975 1-cent coin is a perfect example of how even the most common-looking coin in your pocket can carry history, culture, artistry, and potential value. And by subscribing to this channel, you will learn more about coins, their worth, their hidden details, and the exciting stories behind them. So stay tuned as we continue to uncover the world of numismatics and help you discover the treasures hiding in plain sight. Third up, the 1985 1-cent coin from the United States, a small coin that carries a lot of history and meaning behind its copper-colored surface. This cent is a very common coin, but there are many hidden details that make it interesting for collectors and coin lovers around the world. This video will provide you with knowledge about its background, design, rarity, errors, and value. So stay with us until the end as we explore every detail of this 1985 penny together. The 1985 1-cent coin was struck at 3 different mints, which were Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia mint produced the largest quantity, without any mint mark. The Denver mint coins carry the D mint mark, while the San Francisco mint issued proof coins with the S mint mark. Most of these coins were released into circulation and millions of them are still found in everyday transactions, but there are special examples that can be worth far more than face value if preserved carefully. The design of the 1985 cent continues the long-running Lincoln cent series, featuring the bust of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, who introduced the portrait in 1909. The reverse side still shows the Lincoln Memorial, which had been used since 1959 until 2008. Collectors admire the details of this design because it shows Lincoln seated inside the memorial. If you look closely, you can see the statue of Lincoln between the columns, a detail that often fascinates new coin enthusiasts. The composition of the 1985 penny is also important to understand because in 1982, the United States Mint changed the cent from mostly copper to copper-plated zinc. So the 1985 penny is actually 975% zinc and 25% copper plating. This change was made because copper had become more expensive than the face value of the coin itself, making it costly for the government to continue using solid copper. So every 1985 cent you hold is a small part of this economic change in coinage history. When we talk about value, the majority of 1985 cents are worth just 1 cent if they are circulated, but collectors often pay higher prices for coins that are in mint state condition. That means coins that were never used in circulation and remain fresh and shiny. A 1985 penny graded MS65 or higher can bring between $1 and $5, depending on demand and quality, while rare examples with superb luster and no marks can sell for much more at auctions, especially when certified by grading companies like PCGS or NGC. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint are another category worth mentioning because they were made with special dyes and polished blanks to create mirror-like finishes. These coins were never meant for circulation and were sold directly to collectors in sets. A 1985's proof cent can often sell for $2 to $10 depending on its grade and whether it has a cameo or deep cameo finish. The deeper the contrast, the higher the potential value. These coins are always in demand by collectors who love flawless examples. The real excitement for coin hunters lies in the possibility of error coins and varieties from 1985. Certain sets from this year have been found with doubled dies, repunched mint marks, or striking mistakes such as off-center strikes or broad strikes. These unusual coins can be worth far more than normal examples, sometimes selling for hundreds of dollars. If dramatic enough, collectors always keep an eye out for these rare mistakes because they transform an ordinary cent into a treasure. Another interesting fact about the 1985 penny is its role in coin roll hunting. Many collectors still enjoy searching through bank rolls of cents, hoping to discover high-grade 1985 coins or rare errors. This hobby allows people to find valuable coins at face value cost, and the 1985 issue is a frequent target because it is still so widely available in circulation. Despite being nearly 4 decades old, it continues to be a fun year for collectors who enjoy the thrill of searching. Condition always plays the biggest role in determining the true worth of a 1985 cent. If your coin has scratches, discoloration, or signs of wear, it will remain worth face value, but if it has full luster, no marks, and sharp details, it can earn a premium in the coin market. This is why collectors often protect coins in holders or albums to prevent damage over time. Grading services like PCGS and NGC can assign an official grade, which helps buyers and sellers agree on the exact quality and value. To conclude, the 1985 1-cent coin is a small piece of American history that continues to attract collectors around the world. Although most are only worth a cent, some can bring surprising value, especially mint state proofs and errors, as you have learned today. Understanding mint marks, condition, design, composition, and history can help you decide whether your coin is just pocket change or a collectible treasure. So if you enjoyed this detailed journey into the 1985 penny, make sure to subscribe to this channel for more coin values, history, and discoveries.